Today we are going to preserve a year worth of garlic. So we managed to grow a year's worth of garlic. We harvested them and we preserved them. So I am gonna go through of all the method of the preservation method today in this vlog, how I done it. So we are going to freeze some, we're gonna leave some in a fridge, we're gonna leave some in platted and dried, we're gonna leave some behind for next year's product, we're going to powder some. So yeah, so many different methods. So if this is something what you're interested, you are welcome to my kitchen and let's preserve a year's worth of garlic. I love when these two sleep together, they are so cute. Good morning, my sweet girls. Good morning. The garlic is now bone dry, but we've harvested a month ago or so, nearly. And we're going to deal with the garlic today. So what I'm doing first, I just going to clean them up to the compost bin. So I clean the top and the bottom. And then I'm gonna talk about what we're gonna do with all this lovely garlic. This is the one what had a witch's broom. So remember that funny one what gone funny? The German, it's called something German. So we're going to process all these. I'm not gonna leave any behind because I don't want, I'm not sure if it's actually a variety or the weather condition. I think more to do with the weather, to be honest, but I'm not saving any of the clothes for next year's harvest. We're going to process all this. So the first job is to clear them all up to my compost bin. So the first preservation method of our homegrown garlic is to make garlic powder. So I am going to pull this apart now. I've got the compost bin in front of me and we're going to freeze dry this first. So I'm just gonna take them all apart, I'm gonna peel them all, and then we're going to fill 4 trays of freeze-dried trays with garlic because I absolutely love. I think the favorite way for me to preserve the garlic is make garlic powder. I use it in my cooking all the time. So, but first of all, a big job, what I absolutely love doing, these little fiddly jobs, you know, to peel the garlic first. That takes forever, but never mind, we do bit by bit. So we are going to do the freeze drying first. Freeze dryer finished with all this garlic. They actually don't look, I'm not sure if I'm happy with it. I think they looked beautiful white the last year, and this time it looks a bit brown. But now I've powdered it, it does look actually gorgeous, white creamy color again. So fingers crossed they go okay. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna grab a jar and we're going to empty this and we're going to powder the whole lot. And I'm sure that this would last for me for a whole year. And it is my favorite, one of my favorite way to preserve garlic, to make it as a garlic powder. Oh, it looks good. Okay, panic is over. Look at this garlic powder. My kitchen, it smells so garlicky now. But that's a good smell, right? Let's see if we can fill this jar with this year's garlic. And a garlic preservation only started. We're gonna do some more fun things with the garlic. We're definitely gonna make garlic syrup, cough syrup. We're gonna freeze some. I'll show you the way I freeze it. We're gonna leave some fresh. I'm gonna peel it and leave some in the fridge in a mason jar. The next job, the next project in our garlic is we are going to make cough syrup. I show you how I make my garlic syrup. So first of all, I need to do I kind of separate it. So this is my elephant garlic. I know they are my elephant garlic. And this is my normal garlic on the other side. So I'm just going to clear it up a bit. And we're going to process it. It's my compost bin here next to me. Well, this is actually the elephant garlic, this side. Because I know, because they got these little tiny garlic bulb things. So these are the elephant garlic actually. And this is the normal garlic. I had an amazing harvest this year. They're really dry now. I'm gonna keep some in fresh, so just tidy up. Cut this bit off. Let's see if we can braid one of these. Because now we've already made the garlic powder. I think I've got enough garlic powder now for a year. I would love to have some for fresh eating as well. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna keep 3 each of the best bulb, and that's what we're going to use up for next year's garlic harvest. I think it's gonna be maybe this one. This looks really good. So I cut this off. 3 best one. You can use this for the cough syrup. And this can go to the cough syrup. Okay, we'll deal with the elephant garlic in a minute. So what I'm gonna do now, choose this one. Braid these. Stop it. 3. fresh eat. This This is gonna be enough for me for fresh eating for a while. Very pretty. Perfect. That is done. I'm gonna keep 2 now for planting, and we're gonna do this one. These 2 nice cloves, we'll plant this year for next year, and it's gonna make the cough syrup. I'm gonna just tidy up my mess. I am going to show you how easy to make a cough syrup or garlic syrup. So I have just peeled a couple of garlic cloves. You only need honey, runny honey, and an empty jar. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to half fill this little jar with garlic cloves, and we are going to pour some honey over it, and that's it. So that's how easy. And I'm going to leave that just on a side on a kitchen counter for a couple of weeks. I'm gonna give it a shake, you know, every day when I remember. And in a couple of weeks, we're going to strain it. Let's give it a little mix. Get those air bubbles out. Make sure they beneath that lovely honey. But we've just harvested from our apiary literally last week. This honey is so good. If you are a beekeeper, you know every time you harvest the honey, it tastes different, right? So just put the lid back on, and I'm just going to give it a little shake, or just turn it on the side, up and down, a couple of times a day when I remember, when I walk past it. And within a few weeks, this is gonna turn to a absolutely delicious garlic syrup, but it's excellent for cough. Excellent cough remedy. And this will last for a while. And also we're going to use up the garlic as well in our cooking, because we're going to strain this in a couple of weeks. So we're just gonna end up with the syrup, and the garlic's not gonna get wasted. The delicious honey flavored garlic we can use up in our cooking. Right, so far we've made garlic powder, Let me show you. Look at this. I've not filled it up to the rim, but we have got nearly a full quart jar of this beautiful garlic powder. Also, look at the size of this garlic, what we've braided. I'm going to leave this and we're going to use this as fresh eating. And we've just made the garlic syrup. And I've also put a few aside, what we are going to use around October time. And this is gonna be our next year's harvest. We have got one more preservation method to show you. And yeah, we nearly processed all of our garlic. So it's our elephant garlic, it's only left now to do. So I'm very excited. The next preservation method of our garlic is we're going to freeze it. So what we left with, I've just cleared the stalk bit and the end bit and the dirt we had on it, put it in a compost bin. So we now ended up with this part of the garlic. This is an elephant garlic, part of the leek family. It's got an amazing garlic flavor, but not that strong than a normal garlic, if that makes sense. So, but we love it. So, and we also got huge cloves, but less in a whole head that would the normal garlic have. So I love it because it's easy to peel and you've got loads, you know, and the flavor is not quite that strong, but it's absolutely, I substitute elephant garlic with garlic in my cooking in any way. So, as you can see, this is one clove. It's absolutely huge. So my first job is to find kind of like a beautiful, kind of like the biggest ones, and we're gonna leave that for next year. Actually, it's this year for next year's season's harvest, because these will go to the ground autumn time this year, October time, and then we're gonna harvest again next June, July time. So, and one clove again, we're gonna give us a head. So we've got 3 cloves there, and as I'm working along this bowl, I probably need up to 10. That would be more than enough for the next year's harvest. So, you know, I would say about 6 there is in one, or around 5 or 6 cloves in one head. So I'm just gonna break these apart now. The skin will go to the compost bin. I've got it in front of me here. And then I'm gonna have a big peeling session. As soon as I'm gonna peel all this, I'll come back and show you the next step. These are some leftovers from the garlic harvest, the normal garlic what we've been harvesting. So I'm probably gonna peel this as well. And this is gonna be our next kind of preservation method, where we are going to leave it in a fridge. So I like to fill about a mason jar full and just keep it in a fridge in a mason jar. It lasts for months. So we need the fresh garlic. I just go and grab a few whatever we need without, you know, peeling it. So that's a next method. So we've got 6 there so far. I think this is a normal garlic. So we're gonna do that in there. Oh, we can mix it together. I really am not forced. Next step, I'm going to mince the elephant garlic in my food processor, and we're going to flash freeze it, and then we're going to freeze it afterwards in plastic bags. A little bit more. Perfect. Hello, Sandika. What's the matter? Oh, what's the matter? Oh, what's the matter? And I'm just going to scoop it in a cookie tray with parchment paper on the bottom. So we used about 50 cloves of elephant garlic. So it made 31 scoops, what it turns out like 1.5 to 2 cloves per scoop. So I just like to know that when I'm cooking, so how much garlic I'm going to put to our meal. I'm just going to put cling film on the top so that prevents freezer burn, and I'm just going to flash freeze until that freezes completely. We're going to take this out and we're going to put it in a plastic zippy bag and back to the freezer. I've been trying over the years finding a solution of easier solution or the easier way of peeling the garlic, but to be honest, I always go back to just the good old little knife method, you know, when I can just peel it and takes absolutely forever. But this method I'm using now with this little rolly thing, silicone, it's okay as well. But I don't know, I couldn't find a way to do. Some people do it with like 2 jars, shake it and all sorts. But you know, I found it always, it's a big job when I do a garlic peeling session. So that's why I'm doing, like, I dedicate a few days for it and I'll just get it all done. Like in this instance, we have literally preserved a whole year worth of garlic, and access to any of these methods for me, if I need a garlic, it's super easy. The garlic is now out of the freezer. And they are now rock hard, so I'm ready to transfer them my labeled zippy bag. So I put July 2024 elephant garlic. So, oh, it smells strong. So I'm literally just picking these up and popping to the Ziploc bag. And whenever I need garlic in my cooking, I just go to the freezer and I'll just take one out. The reason I've been doing it, flash freeze it first, so then it's easily, I can separate them even now when we put this in the freezer. Another thing what I need to do this preserving season to organize all the fridges and all the freezers, because at the moment it's a bit of a chaos. So I need to get through all of the previous year's goods before I put this year's harvest in. And I would like to, you know, dedicate like certain fridges and freezers for certain products. I've just found my last year's ones in a zippy bag. Last year I've done them in an ice cube tray. So it works amazing in an ice cube tray as well. And I can say we have done it all. I still got a few about, you know, a few garlic somewhere what probably we've not processed or preserved yet, but
then most of it's done. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me the last couple of days. We've processed a whole year's worth of garlic. See you very soon. Bye, friends.